Hi everyone, this is Total War Therapy and today I want to share with you a theory, a prediction that came up to my mind when I was thinking who will be the missing two legendary lords for the new Slaanesh DLC with Dechala. So don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy my video and let's begin. First, let's say which is the assumption behind my theory. I strongly believe that the next DLC will be a solo woman, a solo girls DLC, and I will explain you why. First, there is a cultural reason behind that, because as you can see in the late times there is this huge hype of companies to boost these great woman leaders that will dominate the world, and I think that Creative Assembly will follow this plot line at some point. And in the previous DLC we got just boys, just male legendary lords. We got Golg, we got Gorbad and the Skulltaker, so they have to compensate that in some way. And why not just to make a DLC completely focused on women? And for me, in my opinion, these two legendary lords that will follow Dechala in this DLC will be Yin Yin of Grand Cathay and Neferata of the Vampire Counts. Of course, I'm so excited with this idea. They are three of my most wanted legendary lords in this game, so I would be so excited to see the three of them just in one package. And now I will explain you what I think will be their content faction by faction. Let's start with Grand Cathay. We already know that other dragons are coming to join the roster of our legendary lords, and I honestly thought that the Monkey King was coming first. But we got some leaks in the late times about some voice actors that they give their voices to first a generic Tigerman and then to this mysterious character called Tyan the Merciless. I already explained in another video why I strongly believe that it will be a Tigerman character. This, I mean, in short, because first it's an Asian actor that gives the voice, and second it's a character that we know nothing about, so it can be only from Kislev or Grand Cathay, and my bet in this moment or Grand Cathay. And with the Tigerman we can definitely expect that this will be the age of the Tigerman before of the monkeys. Of course, we are just assuming that there is a link between Yin Yin and the Tigerman culture, but at the same time, since the monkeys are supposedly coming with the Monkey King, and I mean, if I have to bet between Li Dao and Yin Yin about their connection with the Tigerman, honestly I would bet on Yin Yin. And since, as I said, probably they want to boost this Solo Girls DLC, probably Yin Yin is the right choice. Now, what we can get with their Tigermen, probably there will be different units. I hope to see some Stalk or missile, like some Tigermen with the bow, and the rest, you know, it's just out of I mean, it's sorry, it's for speculation because we have no idea what can join the Grand Cathay roster. There will be probably the Watchdogs, a big single entity that can be a big tiger or the elemental of the incarnate elemental of water, and I mean many ideas like that. You know that with Grand Cathay we don't know that much, so we can just have fun with assuming things, and this is probably the most exciting thing. In any case, I would exclude for this DLC any, you know, fire monks or monkey unit, because they will be more related to, for me, the next Grand Cathay DLC that will be about the Monkey King with the Li Dao DLC Legendary Lords. This will be a nice balance between the two DLC. So in this one we can see all the Tigerman culture with maybe some big monsters, some gunpowder units, and I mean all the options are very interesting. Now let's comment together what's coming with the Slaanesh part. Of course, we already know that the legendary lord will be Dechala, and oh my god, I'm so excited with that. She's definitely my most awaited character, and this I mean woman with the snake tail and 6 arms with different swords, I mean, for me, it's just crazy. I'm very excited to see her finally in the game, and I'm very happy about this decision to add this champion of Slaanesh that will be just a less powerful version of Dechala. Creative Assembly already did that with the Blood Beast and Sheila, so I mean, they didn't want, with all the investment they put on the animation, probably they just didn't want to waste in one single mod, but they wanted to reuse it for more units, and I'm happy with this idea. This champion of Slaanesh will add more mobility in the Slaanesh roster, because it's a single entity that will probably move very fast around the troops. And then we get the Pleasureseekers. I'm very happy about this unit because I found out, I mean, just recently, that actually it's a very monstrous cavalry. I mean, they are supposed to be very big, so we will see these big snakes in the battlefield, and I hope they will add some variety compared to what we already get with the cavalry of Slaanesh, because as you know, Slaanesh is already about cavalry and devastating flankers attribute, so I think that they will not be that different, but at the same time, since they are taller and more monstrous, probably they will add some variety. What we can expect more than that? There are many options, and honestly too many to choose from. First, we have the Pleasureseeker, but with the champions, with the Warriors of Chaos of Slaanesh. That honestly, it's weird because we have now all the all the mortar version of the elite cavalry with the Rot Knights, the Skull Crushers, the Doom Knights. So it would be weird to have the most elite cavalry in Slaanesh to be demonic and not Warriors of Chaos. But I mean, just let's see. Many people point out that maybe it can be just a regiment or renown. I really hope it's not like that, but let's see. Then another unit will be, of course, the Slangers. I'm not very excited for this unit because at the end I don't think it will be that different from Demonette, but let's see what they have in mind. Already with the Corngors they put the anti-large attribute to make them different, so really hope to see something like that to them. And then we are supposed to get the Anointed Druki, that are just Dark Elves, very devoted to Slaanesh, and in this particular category I hope to see some missile units. I want to see some archers, some bowmen, because the Slaanesh roster is really, I mean, he has many emptiness, and we should cover them all the map as soon as possible, and this will be probably the only chance, the only DLC for Slaanesh. So I really hope to see these missile units. And then we have to choose a big single entity monster, because as you know, for any faction now, Creative Assembly is making a big, huge, strong monster or single entity, a machine. So we have to choose between for me, the Chimera and the Dread Maw. There are of course many options, but for me they are the more related. I hope for the Chimera because it will give some flying, it will add something to the fleet of Slaanesh that actually now is only composed by a generic lord, the demonic prince of Slaanesh and the Fury. So I really hope to see this Chimera here, even if they will take just the model of the Manticore probably. And then the Dread Maw, there is another option, but this is another option, but at the same time I think it's weird to make it in the game because it's this snake that comes from the ground, and if they want to put it in the game they have to think of a very nice mechanic to add, like I mean, otherwise, I mean, he has to come up from somewhere, or they want just to make a very big snake. That can be a nice option, but I mean, let's see what they have in mind. We will not probably know that till the very last second of the trailer, so I'm very hyped for that. Now let's talk about the vampire counts. In one of the previous What's Next, Creative Assembly said that the vampire counts and Norska, actually, they were the faction that they were more willing to address first, because they need a rework and they would have been happy to give to them. So I think that this can seriously be the time of the vampire counts, and Neferata, as you know, to complete the frame of the Solo Girls DLC, is actually the most awaited character of this faction, so we'll probably see her. I'm very happy about that. She's a character with a wonderful lore and with this amazing mount that is Abyssal Terror that we will talk later. So I mean, this will be for me the third legendary lord coming with this DLC. About the units themselves, even here there are many options. The Vampire Counts roster is, I mean, offers a very good variety. There will be probably a lot of reskins, weapon variants, so we will talk just about the new units, the new models. First we have, as I said, the Abyssal Terror. That it can be probably just a mount, but also a unit. I mean, I would not waste the investment on the model, because it will be probably very hard to make, and it's actually very interesting unit. And then we will have the Morghasts, I think this is the pronunciation. This will be another good unit, I mean not reskin unit to add to the Vampire Counts roster. These are this kind of monstrous infantry flying that can actually make the fleet of the Vampire Counts one of the most powerful of all the game, with Zinch and Grand Cathay. So it would be very funny to see them. They look scary, and they're actually worthy to buy in a DLC. And then there is, as I said before, the huge question of which will be the great single entity monster of this roster coming with this part of the DLC. And there are many actually there are many options for the Vampire Counts. My biggest hope are for the incarnate elemental of death. This will be like the incarnate elemental of beast, another probably monster related to magic, with a very funny ability. I already made a video just about this unit, and for the lore, I mean, there are so many cool things that they can add to this unit, so just give a look at them. And then there is this Weaker Man. This is another unit that honestly I never heard about, but you know, diving into the remaining option for the Vampire Counts, I found that, and it's just a wooden construct, you know, a giant that I mean, it can be fun. It's something between fire and wood, and yes, as I said, there are very exciting things coming with this DLC. It can be seriously probably the best DLC I ever see for Total War Warhammer 3. So I hope that this Solo Girls DLC, that this dream will come true. Thank you for following me, and let's see very soon.